We had multiple sales worth over $50. Come see what's sold.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are the Five Resellers.
Welcome back to our channel. We are so glad that you're here. Whether you're new or whether you're returning, we just are so happy to have you in our community. And today we have a what sold video for you. So we are going to go through all of our sales from the past week, tell you how much the buyer paid. Then at the end, we're going to go over our numbers for the whole week. So how much we earned overall, how much we earned after taking out all the fees and things. And then after that, we are going to do community BOLOs.
Oh yeah.
So that's where we feature other sellers and what they are selling and some of their top sales from the past week. So it is a really fun section, but we're going to start with our sales.
Yep. The first sale that we had was a really good one. Lululemon women's speed up shorts. And we sold that for $32.65 on eBay.
Lululemon is a great seller, especially if you can find the style name. So we use a website called Lulu Fanatics, and we try to match our picture to one of their pictures to be able to identify the style, or using on the size dot, there's a way to find the style number on there. Just Google how to find Lululemon style number on size dot, you'll find it.
Another note about these numbers is that we tell you these numbers so that you know what someone's willing to pay. But the profits are important, and we'll share that at the end.
So for some of these items, we are going to kind of breeze right through them because they are our bread and butter brand. So items that we pick up for low cost, and we end up selling them for not a lot of money, so $15 or lower. So we're just going to kind of give you the brand, the item, and how much they sold for, but go pretty quickly because we know that you're really here for, okay, what are those things that are going to make me good money online? Yeah. You're trying to learn. So we're just going to go kind of quickly through that just for transparency.
Yeah, hopefully it helps you kind of buffer some of your items too. Bread and butter builds our business. So there you go. Lucky Brand knit sweater was the next one, where we sold that for $15 on Poshmark. We sold this pink full zip hoodie. That's also a sweater on Poshmark. We sold that for $15. We sold these Crocs dual comfort sandals for $15 on Poshmark. The next one is a pretty good one. This one sold for $20. This blue raincoat jacket by the North Face on Poshmark.
The North Face is a great brand. It depends on how hefty the item is. We'll give it more value online. Like a puffer jacket will sell more than, like, this was just kind of a windbreaker rain jacket, so it sold for less than kind of a heavier coat would.
This next sale was a pretty small one. It was a small Coach shoulder bag, and it just sold for $10 on Poshmark. And then we sold this senior prom lot of 2 CDs for $11.39 on eBay. Next was a really exciting one. We sold this quilt. We called it a Grandma's Flower Garden quilt. We sold that for $116.20 on eBay.
So Grandma's Flower Garden, or Grandmother's Flower Garden, depending on what name you use, is the name of the pattern. So that, when you look at this quilt, that's the pattern that's on there. So if you are outsourcing and you see a quilt, you can do a quick search of popular quilting patterns to see if it's a specific pattern type. There are some kind of basic ones that other patterns build off of, so you might have a base for it. But this sold really well for us. It sold in just a couple hours for a full asking price of $99. So that's pretty good. We were not really expecting that. We kind of aimed high because quilts are really trendy right now. People are wearing a lot of quilted jackets, and people are using these quilts to remake into coats and things. So I think that that's why they sold, but quilts are just hard to find. I know that in my experience, I've had a hard time finding quilts, so they're sought after. So make sure that you're looking out for them in the thrift and picking them up if you think it will do well.
Yeah, and that's our BOLO for you. We have a kind of a funny story with that too. We almost took an offer and we said, okay, we're gonna sleep on it. And a few minutes later, sold for full asking price. So there you go. Sometimes that can be a strategy. If something happens like that where an offer comes in very quickly, you should probably just sit on it for a bit. So we will definitely use that strategy in the future. Next, we sold these Vionic sandals for $25 on Poshmark.
Yes, Vionic is a great brand for us. It's one of our top brands in terms of we've gotten a lot of them. We've been able to pick them up often, and then they sell quickly and for a good amount of money. $25 is kind of what we're aiming for. That's our sweet spot there of items that we can find easily and will sell for a good amount. So we love that brand.
And here's a teaser for you. We got quite a few Vionics in our shoe haul that we're going to be posting later this week. Next, we sold this Wrangler Pearl Snap Western shirt for $20 on Poshmark.
Yes, and this was such a cool shirt, and I was kind of sad that it didn't sell for more because it was just so interesting. Like, it was painted on there, you know, but $20 is pretty good. We're happy with that sale.
Yeah. Next, we sold this Tommy Hilfiger white jean jacket for $23.18 on eBay.
And we got this from a friend of ours who's moving, so that was all profit on that. So we are so happy with that sale.
Yeah. Next, we sold this J. Jill women's floral 3/4 sleeve for $26.55 on eBay.
J. Jill is one of our favorite mall brands to sell. It sells pretty consistently for us and right in that $20 to $25 range. So we love picking it up and selling it.
Next, we sold this Storybook Knits giraffe sweater for $20 on Poshmark.
Storybook Knits is a, what is it called? QVC brand or a home shopping network brand. So it's one of those ones that you order from TV. And so it has a date on there, and this was just kind of a totally tacky sweater. So we decided to pick it up just because of that style, and it ended up selling. It took a little while to sell, longer than we would have liked, but we're happy with that.
Next, we sold another pair of Vionics for $25 on Poshmark.
These are pretty much the exact same sandals as the ones before them, and I think that the same person donated them because they were the same sandal and the same size, like all that kind of stuff. So, and they sold a day apart from each other, so we love that.
Next, we sold this Wilfred women's merino wool turtleneck sweater for $25 on Poshmark.
This was a combination of a good brand, a good material, and it was kind of a trendy style. It had sort of a mock neck that went up, and then it had a rolled edge. So that was a really cute sweater.
Next, we had this Bramble Lane sweater vest that sold for $18.80 on eBay.
You've heard us talk a million times about sweater vests. This is one of them, sweater vests.
Yeah. Next, we sold this Saba women's pure cashmere sweater for $61.10 on eBay.
This was a day at the bins where they had so many cashmere sweaters for just some random reason. I don't know if someone was clearing out their closet or what, but this was a great pickup and it ended up selling full price. You know, it just came out like that. Oh, it's so good.
Next, we sold this vintage prairie dress for $36.55 on eBay.
And this is a really funny story. So my mom gave this to me, and it was what her bridesmaids wore at her wedding. And so it was homemade, you know, fit to tailor to each of the bridesmaids. And so she gave this to me after hearing me talk about gunny sax dresses and prairie dresses and how they're, you know, super in right now. So this ended up selling just within 2 days, and so I'm really happy with that sale.
Nice. Next, we sold this Cabela kids camo hunting pants. We only sold it for $15 in Poshmark.
Kids stuff just doesn't sell for as much as adult stuff.
Next, we sold this new Tag and Taylor jumpsuit for $26.90 on eBay.
This was a really cute jumpsuit, but it was in a size 00. So that kind of hurt its chances because, you know, there just aren't as many 00 women out there as there are, you know, size 6 or 8 or 10 or 14. It was a really nice jumpsuit.
Yeah, it was really cool. Next, we sold this Eileen Fisher women's Irish linen tunic top for $24 on eBay.
Yeah, and this one was a really nice top, but someone, before they took the pictures, didn't feel like ironing it, so we had to make it lower.
You can see all the wrinkles in the photo. It's but you know what? We still sold it. So sometimes if you're feeling real lazy, just throw it on, take the pictures, maybe it'll sell. Next, we sold this homeroom 3 cats dress, is what we called it, for $23.95 on eBay.
So it was this maxi dress, and it had these 3 cats embroidered on there, and it just looked so funky and kind of like teachery. It came from a catalog called Homeroom, which was like teacher clothes, I guess. And so that's why I think it kind of seemed teachery, but it ended up selling. I thought it would sell faster because I kind of think there's a little bit of interest for cat themed clothing out there, but I guess it wasn't quite loud enough for it, so we'll see.
Next, we sold this John Michael Talbot lots of CDs for $21.89 on eBay.
I think we had maybe 5 CDs in there, and John Michael Talbot is a famous like Christian singer. He's kind of like a monk, basically, or not really a monk, but sort of a monk. I was trying to read about it earlier, so he's kind of in that space.
Next, we sold this tie-dye dress from Victoria's Secret for $10 on Poshmark.
And we've had that forever, so we just let it go.
Bread and butter, we'll let it go.
Yeah.
Next, we sold this Tom's platform sandals for $20 on Poshmark.
And those sold really fast. They sold in just 5 days, so love that sale.
We sold this swim cover for just $14.93 on eBay.
That was a bad buy.
That's all. That's a bad buy. That's it. That's all we have to say about it. Starting on the 28th, we had this Reba crochet dress sell for $23.48 on eBay.
This didn't sell for as much as I thought it was going to, but it still sold, and it still sold for, a good amount. So we would be more picky picking up Reba in the future.
Mm-hmm. Next, we sold this vintage hand-knitted orange sweater. This one was a pretty interesting sale. We sold it for $25 on Poshmark.
For some reason, as soon as I listed this, it had a ton of attention on Poshmark. I don't know what it was about this sweater that was so interesting to people. I mean, I did think it was cool, and I picked it up, but not like tons of attention cool, I don't know. So who knows?
We had this really interesting sale. You should watch the video that it came from, where we did the haul from our honeymoon haul, and it was this CISM review manual that sold for $53.45 on eBay.
Oh, pretty good. Usually we don't get a lot of books at the bins because we end up getting there after the person who's scanned through the whole bin. But this time we got lucky. We picked up some good books. So check out that haul if you are into books and reselling books or want to know more about them. We picked up some good ones there.
Mm-hmm. Next was also a very good sale from that same haul. You should definitely go watch it. We sold this Mark Martin 6 vintage hat for $55.70.
Mm-hmm. And this sold for so much because it is, first of all, a vintage hat, which vintage hats often will be worth more than modern hats.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, it had a design on there. It's called Shark Tooth, the way it's like this on there. And so that is a really sought after design, and people like to kind of stand out and be unique.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really good sale.
Yep, 2 very good sales in the same day. Next, we had this not so great sale from Liz Claiborne. It was this long sleeve that just sold for $15 on Poshmark. Next, we sold this Circus by Sam Edelman women's heels for $22.10 on eBay.
This was another one from my mom, who she wore these for our wedding and my sister's wedding, and she gave them to me to sell.
Next are these Merrell hiking shoes that we sold for $29.90 on eBay.
Mm-hmm. Merrell is a great brand to pick up and sell, so we love selling that brand.
The last 2 that we have are pretty much bread and butter items. We're just going to breeze through them. We sold this blue white striped toward blouse for $16.45 and this Bobo floral top for $14.95, both on eBay.
Mm-hmm. And those are both a size 1X, which is a good size to look out for, but especially larger sizes, so larger than 1X, those are good brands to look out for and to list on eBay. There's definitely a market there on eBay for plus size items. Our final numbers for the week, we sold a total of 35 items. So that is why we went so quickly through a lot of them, because I was like, that is going to be a long video.
It's going to be a long video.
Our gross profit was $929.12. Our cost of goods for those 35 items was $62.75. And our net profit, so after fees, cost of goods, and shipping, we made a total of $594.80. So that's the amount that's going to go into our bank account. That doesn't include the amount that we have to pay in taxes on it, which will end up being about 20%.
Mm-hmm. We are very happy with that number. We've got a lot of great sales this week, and I think that we're doing pretty good. Yeah. We are trying to increase our numbers and trying to get rid of some of those bread and butter items and really focus on better quality items. Are you ready for community BOLOs? First, we have our good friend Van Jam, who sent us this vintage brand that you may have heard of. It has come kind of back around, and I think they're out of manufacturing, so really be on the lookout for JNCO. I've always thought of it as being called Jinko, but I'm not quite sure. We'll say JNCO just to be sure. She sold these pants for $100 and these shorts for $54.99. So pretty good. So thank you so much, Van Jam. She's great. You've heard all about her, I'm sure. Find her Instagram there. Follow her. She puts out a lot of great stuff.
So our next community BOLO comes from Abby and Honey. And Abby is a great content creator. She is on Instagram and on YouTube, and we love her YouTube videos. So if you like our content with clothes and selling on Poshmark and eBay, she also sells a lot of clothes, so check out her YouTube down in the description below. But she sold this Rachel Comey dress. It was a black maxi dress, and she sold it for $135. She said it originally retailed for $600, but she bought it at Savers for $12. Nice. Wow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Nice.
She said that it even had some minor marks and staining on it, and it still sold for $135. So you can only imagine how much it would sell for in perfect condition.
Yeah. Nice. Our last community BOLO comes from the Flipping Sports Guy. Paul sent us this pretty well-known NCAA football 2014, but it's definitely a BOLO for, the community that mostly sells clothes. If you see this out in the wild, you definitely want to pick it up because he sold this for $89.99. They sell pretty fast, and usually you can find them for pretty cheap. He said he got this for $3 at a garage sale. So amazing flip there. So thank you so much for sending that to us, Paul. Be on the lookout for these games. Always be comping. So make sure you're looking these type of things up too.
Yeah, video games are something that we know very little about. So we love to see other people sell and have success in them. And then that helps us when we're outsourcing. We now know something more about a different category. Because the way we see it is that what we don't know is really we're just leaving money on the table in the thrift stores and the outlets that we're in, because we don't know what's valuable, and so we don't know what we're just passing by because we don't know the value of it.
Right.
So always be, like Kang said, always be comping, so always be trying to look everything up, but also always be learning. So always be, trying to expand your knowledge base so that you aren't missing things in the stores when you're out at garage sales or wherever you source.
Yeah. We are trying to venture into a lot more hard goods. So we love, learning more about these type of BOLOs. So thank you so much, Paul, for sending us this BOLO. Please subscribe to Paul. He's got a great YouTube channel. At this point, he probably has 500 subs, but at the time of making this video, he's almost there. And if he's not there yet, you should definitely help him get there. Sub to him and follow him on Instagram.
Yeah. So if you have a community BOLO, if you had a great sale or just a sale that you're really proud of, send it our way. Send us an email. Our email is down below so that we can feature you in our next video. So send it our way, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. We love getting those thumbs up. So much external validation. It feels so good. And leave a comment down below. What was your favorite sale from the week? Or, do you know much about video games? Would you happen to have any prairie dresses lying around your house that you want to give us? Let us know,
Yeah. And please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. As always, keep that passion burning. Whatever you're doing reselling for, we're rooting for you. We'll see you later.
Bye.